Hi, my name is Anthony Lostetter, and I grew up in northern New Mexico in a town called Abiquiu. I am the production manager at New Mexico PBS in Albuquerque, New Mexico. As the production manager, I'm responsible for all the production that our station needs. So we have news shows that we do documentaries, and other short-term and longer-term projects. We also do contract work. We do things like uplinks, and social media is a big thing we do now. We do various levels of production here. A lot of times what that might mean is going out into the field with a camera and lights and doing a sit-down interview. We also do things like B-roll and video events happening. We take that footage, we bring it back, we edit it together and create packages or shows or documentaries that then are broadcast or used on social media and different platforms. Some of the equipment we use can be very expensive. Our studio cameras, for example, can be up in the range of $50,000 to $80,000 a piece. Our switcher, our audio board, a lot of the infrastructure here in the studio that makes us a world-class television studio can be very costly. In my current position, I work a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. But sometimes projects come up on weekends or early in the morning or late at night, and we just got to get it done. But for the most part, I work a 40-hour week. I'm considered a state employee because our station is partially owned by the University of New Mexico. And so in some ways, I've got things like health care and benefits that not all production jobs have. I think some of the things that got me into this career were my fascination with electronics at an early age. I used to like to play with cameras or even take things apart. I broke a lot of things too. In high school, I had a really good TV production class where we were allowed to make a school news show, and we were given a lot of freedom to have creativity. And I used to go in at lunchtime and edit and do experimental footage. And I even one time tried to make backwards footage by opening up a VHS disc and turning it over. I ended up scratching the deck and creating problems for the teacher, but that was the kind of thing that I appreciated, allowing me to experiment and play. And so in a lot of ways, I feel like my job has a technical aspect and a very creative aspect, and that's something I really love about my job. My path to becoming a production manager at a TV station wasn't straightforward. I was really into TV production in high school, but when I went to college, I studied other things. I got done with it and I had a bachelor's degree, and I went back to a community college to learn about computer animation and graphics. And it was through that education that got me a job opportunity at the local PBS station. And I started as an intern, and I worked up to a Production Tech 1, a Production Tech 2, studio supervisor, and now I'm the production manager. Sometimes I felt like my interests didn't always make sense. Like I would get interested in one thing and learn it and leave it, and then get interested in something else and then move on. And in a way, over time, those skills seemed to kind of make sense for what I do. And over time, it really did make sense, and it's helped me be who I am and be able to do the things that I do at my job. My favorite part of this job is that the story is always changing. In order for us to tell stories or tell news or explain things in a documentary, we really have to understand them first. And so I like that the story is always changing. It's always evolving. So we might be telling a story about one thing in a given month, and then when that's over, we shift to a new project. And then you got to dive back down and learn those intricacies about the subject so that you can explain them to the audience. In high school, I was lucky to have a really good television production class. that I was given a lot of freedom in, and I was able to go and learn some of the basics like green screen and how to use a camera, or classes that prepared me for college, that prepared me to continue to learn new skills and be a lifelong learner and be engaged and excited about technology or the world or human stories. I think it's really important to not only be really engaged in that one thing that you're really into, but to be well-rounded, to have a lot of different experiences, to be part of groups and organizations and after-school things and sports, because as you move forward, there's going to be a lot of shifting in your life, and it's really important to be engaged and curious. We're at a very interesting time in our history where anyone can create content, and everyone's got a cell phone, and everyone's making things constantly. And if you like that, then a career in video production could be really enriching for you. You get your hands on professional equipment, and you can take it to that next level.